So I want to take a minute and share a bit of an update to my video from last week, the one about how the UCP, alongside Chief Dale McFee, seem to think that they should get to control the Edmonton Police Commission. Now, a couple reporters from the Edmonton Journal, well, they got a hold of the letter that the chief sent to Public Safety Minister Mike Ellis, asking for an investigation into the process that Edmonton City Council used to select and appoint 4 new members of the Edmonton Police Commission. They report that the letter claims that 2 of those commissioners can't be trusted to oversee the Edmonton Police Service because they're, quote, too biased because of their public comments or connections, unquote. In part, it seems because they both appeared in a documentary talking about how to improve police accountability. Now, the chief, he claims their bias is obvious and that it makes them unfit to serve on the commission. Now, the job of a police commissioner, well, it's to oversee the work of the EPS. And you have to think that at times that is going to involve questioning or critiquing their actions or decisions. But this letter from Chief McFee and EPS leadership seems to suggest they feel that no one who's ever publicly expressed a critical opinion of himself or the EPS should be allowed to serve on the commission that oversees them. And it seems the UCP's Public Safety Minister, Mike Ellis, agrees. Because immediately after he received their letter, he launched an investigation into the open public process Edmonton City Council used to appoint their new commissioners. Neither he or the chief made any effort to actually reach out and talk to Edmonton City Council about their concerns. The ministry went straight to the nuclear option, starting a process that's going to spend thousands of public tax dollars on a full investigation without even considering having a conversation or exploring mediation. Here's the thing. Does Minister Ellis also believe that the opposite is true? I mean, if City Council can't appoint anyone who's been critical of actions or decisions by police or spoken about a need for changes in how policing is done, does he believe they also shouldn't appoint anyone who's spoken positively about actions or decisions by the police? That only people who've never expressed any public opinion, positive or negative, should be considered? Because frankly, bias can run both ways. You know, it's worth noting that the UCP government has appointed hundreds of people to all kinds of agencies, boards, and commissions that oversee institutions across our province. Organizations like the Board of Alberta Health Services, regulatory bodies for healthcare professionals, the boards of governors for every university and college in the province, and yes, our police commissions. Now, does the leadership at the University of Alberta get to question the potential bias of the UCP's appointees to their board? No, they don't. The UCP gets to choose who they like. Free to appoint their friends, acquaintances, and supporters. They have no open public process for application. Heck, they recently appointed one of their former candidates to run for nomination for their party as Alberta's new Ethics Commission. So it's pretty clear. This isn't about improving process or defending principles of democracy or improving accountability, because the UCP has made it abundantly clear they don't give a damn about any of that. This is about the UCP's fundamental belief that they should get to have complete and absolute control over everything, including, it seems, over your city council and your police service. Now, Dr. Temitope Oriola, he's a professor of criminology and sociology at the University of Alberta, enough of an expert that he was hired by the UCP to advise when they made changes to Alberta's Police Act. Well, he agrees this is troubling and unprecedented behavior from Chief McFee and Minister Ellis. In an opinion piece in the Edmonton Journal last week, he called it bureaucratic insubordination, a testament to how deeply politicized the EPS leadership appears to have become. Dr. Oriola says the notion of wanting to influence who gets appointed to the agency that oversees your duties is anathema to the concept of accountability. Think about it. The CEO of a company doesn't get to choose their board of directors. The shareholders do, and then the CEO answers to them. The police commission, well, they're the board, the chief is the CEO, and the shareholders, well, that's you, the voters in Edmonton. And Minister Ellis? Well, he's the guy trying to mount a hostile takeover. Now listen, I respect police. I've been out in the streets with EPS officers to see the work they do. I've had the honor of speaking at multiple graduating classes of EPS recruits. And I've seen the work they do to keep our communities safe. But you know what? They don't get to choose their supervisors and sergeants. They're expected to do their duty and respect the chain of command. As Dr. Oriola says, this isn't about the officers on the streets. This is a leadership issue. And he's right. It goes right to the top and it lands on the desk of the UCP. You know what? It's their actions, this blatant overreach by Minister Ellis, that's undermining trust in police, that's making it harder for the officers who just want to do good work to help the communities they serve. The UCP's arrogance, entitlement, and interference is making our communities less safe. It's unacceptable. So I want to encourage you to reach out to Minister Mike Ellis and tell him so. Because there's no question that better is possible. And you deserve so much better than this.